UK leaders accepted the replacement of sterling with a European reserve currency in order to join the European Economic Community (EEC), UKIP founder Alan Sked told Express. After 3 years of political wrangling, Britain finally left the EU at 11 p.m. on January 31. It marked a new chapter in the country's national history, one that will hopefully see the UK return to being an independent sovereign state after the transition period. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has less than a month to secure a free trade agreement and, in a sign of the battles still to be fought, there are significant differences between the negotiating positions of the two sides. Brussels continues to insist on maintaining its current fishing rights in British waters and wants London to agree to a number of EU regulations, including environmental standards, workers' rights and state aid rules. On the other hand, Mr. Johnson is demanding the right to diverge from the bloc's rules in order to strike trade agreements around the world. As the clock ticks down, UKIP founder Alan Sked shed light on the negotiations that preceded Britain's entry into the European bloc during an interview with Express.co.uk. Former Prime Minister Edward Heath signed the accession treaty to join the EEC in 1972. However, that was just the culmination of a lifetime of efforts from both himself and his predecessor Harold Macmillan, who first applied to join the EEC in 1963. Mr. Sked argued that Mr. Macmillan and Mr. Heath adopted strategies of deliberate deception to get in. The Emeritus Professor of International History at the London School of Economics (LSE) told Express.co.uk, Macmillan in 1961 set up a long-term policy committee under Sir Frank Lee. Sir Frank was brought out of retirement to look at the future policies of the EEC once Britain was inside. This committee was set up after a meeting at the end of August, 1961. The committee accepted, and bear in mind that this was a British cabinet committee, that the long-term goal should have been the replacement of sterling via European reserve currency. It said there was strong support from the City of London for this. The committee also questioned whether the UK would even exist as an independent sovereign state by the year 2000.